What's up? I'm back. This segment is gonna be short. I'm just gonna talk about something I'm noticing with Marvel, and I have to give them a lot of credit and props. The success of the Guardians of the Galaxy really made me look at what they're doing in a whole different light, and I have to give them a lot of props because they're looking like a machine right now. When Avengers came out, before Avengers came out, people weren't really even confident that it was gonna work. Honestly, to be honest, it was something that people had a lot of doubts because you know they're level B characters in terms of people don't really know them. People knew X Men, Spider Man, Fantastic, even Fantastic Four, probably a little more. It's close, but Fantastic, I would give Fantastic Four a slight edge. Now, for the most part, obviously we know about its success. So when it came in, they got successful. Then people were like, oh well, eventually there's gonna run out of Captain America. You're probably gonna have three of them. What, three Thors, three Avengers movies, three Iron Man movies, and eventually, what's next? But they kept killing it because when Guardians of the Galaxy came out and it was successful, it opens up a whole new possibilities. And the interesting thing is, it's like the Guardians of the Galaxy is like the cosmic version, almost like their version of Star Wars. And then you got the Avengers version on lock. But then I'm probably the only dudes. I'm actually most excited about their Netflix movies. Yeah, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, The Defenders. I'm actually most excited about that because that's gonna take place in the street level. And when I saw that, I said, "Wow, that actually convinced me that they know what they're doing." Because you're making a universe that's interconnected with each other, but you got the streets, you got the Avengers, which is a combination. Like you got the streets, but then you got the cosmos, and you got the Avengers, which is a combination, killing it. Then you got Doctor Strange coming out, and that's gonna be the mystical horror stuff. I mean, you really can't. I mean, that's Doctor Strange. I'm pretty confident it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be good. The only one I'm Ant Man. We'll see. I don't know about that one, but I said about Guardians of the Galaxy too. They proved me wrong, but I do think they need to have one flop. It's gonna come, and I think Ant Man might be it. I don't think it's gonna flop in terms of it's gonna do okay. It's not gonna be like Sin City, but it's gonna be. I don't know if how successful it's gonna be compared to other movies. But I have to admit, the streets, the cosmos, the Avengers in between, they're looking pretty unstoppable. Like I said, I'm actually most excited about the Netflix movies because especially when all four series come together as the Defenders, I'm telling you, that's gonna be badass. And I think when you're looking at it, they have kind of taken the Marvel comic universe and made it a cinematic universe, and they've done it in such a way where even stuff like Sin City failing kind of proves it because the comic book audiences are so smarter now. I know that people are gonna say it came out 10 years later and stuff like that, but comic like their quality of movies has upgraded what people expect from a comic movie at this point. And I think that's why even Spider-Man wasn't as great because it just came off a little cheesy. Like Guardians of the Galaxy was cheesy, but it was a reason why he was cheesy. You understand? When you see Star Lord acting like the way he was a kid kidnapped in the '80s. So the '80s always had they had their own swagger, own. If you take somebody from the '80s, put them now, they're gonna come off a little different. Especially if you talk about the movies in the '80s. The cheesy lines and stuff like that. So even when Star Lord was acting like that, it made sense. You know, and I think in a way, when you see now, like I said, DC gonna just try to come out with a Justice League movie, you can't do that because they have to make a buzz. For a Justice League movie to have worked, you would have had to have a successful Superman movie, which you did. Batman, you just killed because it's Ben Affleck. I'm sorry, you just killed it. It was great. It was probably number one comic movie, but you put him in there, kills that. You would have had a successful Wonder Woman. No disrespect to the actress who's Wonder Woman. I don't know why they picked her, but would you go to see a movie with just her and as Wonder Woman? Questionable. I'm not saying it won't work, but then you have to still put that movie out. You probably have to have a successful Aquaman movie as well. So when you look at it, you can't just come out with a Justice League movie. It's not gonna have the same type of buzz. So when they took a chance with Guardians of the Galaxy that they did and it worked, trust me, the Netflix movies are gonna be slept on, but it's gonna be good. And the Netflix series are good. They wouldn't be able to be stopped for some amount of years because what will happen is Doctor Strange, because I think they even brought back the rights to Blade and Ghost Rider, so they can actually have a whole horror wing. So when people talk, when you hear critics talk about, oh, people are gonna get comic booked out, they're not realizing, nah, they're diversifying. They're gonna have the little horror wing, they got the little, cosmic wing. Even Ant-Man's kind of comedy. They have done it the way they're supposed to, and they've done it in such a way that I don't know if anybody else could copy it. So, much respect to them. And I have to admit, it's going to cause people to look at comic books, even sci-fi, in a whole different light. Till next time, peace.